All right, welcome everybody. Great to have you guys with us. Jeremy Roma here and filling in for Jeff this morning. And great privilege to be with you guys. And we've got some great stuff lined up for you. I'm going to really take some time to pour out and have an opportunity to really talk to you guys leader to leader on this call. So kind of a neat scenario right now. I'm glad that Jeff wasn't able to make it on, and I was able to fill in because I wanted to share some things with you that this will be team only, and since Jeff's not on, I'll really be able to share with you guys what I think we have an opportunity to be a part of right now. Jeff and Lisa are going all in right now on a massive run starting August 8th, the cycle that begins on August 8th for President Millionaire. And guys, I want you to understand how big of a deal this is. Jeff and Lisa have really played an anchor role in this company. The movement, the momentum, what's happening right now in the world would not be happening without their leadership, without their consistency, without their vision. As you guys well know, it takes a certain type of leader, which each one of you are, to be a part of a pioneer phase inside of a company like this, to go through the hurdles and the obstacles and the growing pains of being first. And we're not just first with a company, we're first with a category creating product. We're first in the marketplace. As you guys know, we're disrupting the industry right now and innovating at a whole nother level. And Jeff and Lisa came in at near the very beginning of this and played a major role in the foundation of what's happening in this company right now. And quite frankly, it's their time to go to the next level. I've watched these guys serve and pour out over and over all day, every day, just with a heart of gold for the people in their team, the consistency that they lead with, the passion that they show up with every single time they're on a call, a webinar, a three-way, a training, an event, you name it, they give it everything they have. And they bring so much value to this team, so much value to this company. I'm so thankful that they're a part and that God brought them into this movement on the front end. And now it's their time. It's their time to really see things go to an entirely different level. And, you know, right now there's only 4 President Millionaires in North America, myself and 3 others in North America. And Jeff and Lisa are lined up and making their run to be the next PMs, next President Millionaires. And guys, I want you to understand what this means for your organization. And this is going to be huge. The consistency that you guys have put into this business, these diamond leadership calls and the events that you guys have come to, the sacrifices you've made, the things that we've overcome together because you were willing to see the vision of where we're going as a company. Now it's time to really see that pay off. And what that means for you, and here's where I want to tie it in order for Jeff and Lisa to reach their goal of President Millionaire, and trust me, for your business, you want Jeff and Lisa to be the next President Millionaires in this business, to be able to bring your team and plug your team into them, and to have that story behind your organization is going to help take your business to the next level as well. So what that means is we want to, at the same time, take your business to the next level during this run that starts on August the 8th. And so this is huge because it's an opportunity for you to go higher than you've ever gone in this business. And at the same time, participate in the story that's being created with your upline leaders, Jeff and Lisa Giamalva. And it's time for this team. It's time for your team and this organization to really get what it deserves. And that is to be a President Millionaire organization. And that just simply opens up the doorway for you and opens up the unlimited possibilities for the leaders that you're bringing into this organization as well. So let's talk a little bit specifically about some strategies. And this is a Go Diamond call. So what I'm going to do right now is really talk to you from a how to go diamond perspective on August the 8th, on the cycle of August the 8th. And what I'm going to try to do, and I apologize, I was going to plug my iPad in as a drawing pad, and the charger wasn't charged, and I only have one adapter. I'm in Dubai right now, at my home in Dubai, and I only have one adapter that I brought with me to convert my chargers, and I've got my computer using that adapter, so I couldn't plug my iPad in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still use the drawing board, but I'm going to do it with my mouse. So I apologize if the drawing is not real clear, because I'm going to draw with my mouse, but there's some numbers that I want to share with you today that are going to help you take your business to the next level. One of the things that we've figured out is the calculations behind the ranks, exactly what it takes from a numbers perspective to hit the different ranks in the company. And I'm going to show you right now and give you the breakdown of what it's going to take for you to go diamond. I'm going to show you the numbers, and then what we're going to do is we're going to talk strategy. So here's a question I want you to ask yourself this morning. I want you to ask yourself, and this isn't everybody, but I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to go diamond on August the 8th? Are you ready to make August 8th your diamond run? And don't ask yourself, is it possible? Or, man, can I really do that? I just want you to ask yourself right now the question, answer the question to yourself. Do you want to go diamond on August the 8th? Number two, are you willing to do what it takes to make that happen? So let's talk for a moment about what that means. Before you answer that question, let's talk about what that would mean for you and your family to go diamond. You know, a qualified diamond, someone who's qualified diamond is going to earn every week that you're qualified diamond, you're going to earn a minimum of $2,000 per week. And we're going to test this draw pad out, and I'm going to show you what that would look like. So to go diamond, this is you and your organization, and you're going to have 10,000 points on the left, and you're going to have 10,000 points on the right. I'm going to break this down into literally what your business needs to look like on a daily basis to hit these numbers. But I just want to show you this. So 20% of 10,000 equals $2,000. So when I use that number and I say that a qualified diamond will make a minimum of $2,000, this is the numbers. Diamond is 10,000 points on the left and 10,000 points on the right. 20% of 10,000 equals $2,000 in weekly commissions, not counting the check match and not counting the $1,000 a month car bonus. So a qualified diamond is going to be earning $10,000 a month in the compensation plan. Now, folks, we've got many people. We've got close to 100 diamonds now in our organization, and many of those diamonds are part-time in the business. They're part-time diamonds. I want you to think about that as a second. A part-time diamond, qualifying diamond, makes $2,000 to $3,000 every week they're a diamond. What will that do for your life? What will August 8th, that cycle, making $2,000 to $3,000, not counting fast start bonuses for that week, what will that do for you and your family? What will it do for your team? Think about hitting diamond August 8th, and from August, September, and October, leading up to the international convention in Las Vegas at the end of October, what will that do for your organization? Well, here's one thing it's going to do. By you going diamond in this next cycle starting August the 8th, what that's going to do is raise the bar of belief in your organization. And when you raise the bar of belief in your organization, guess what happens in your organization? Your success starts to duplicate. So let me show you the next set of numbers here that I think is going to get you excited. So diamond means that you have, 10,000, $2,000 a week. But let me show you what happens when you start to duplicate that. When you have 2 to 3 diamonds, I apologize, I'm doing this with my mouse, so I'm trying my best to be legible. But when you have 2 to 3 diamonds on the left and you have 2 to 3 diamonds on the right in your organization, this is president. At president, you're doing 50,000 points of volume in your pay leg. 20% of $50,000 is $10,000 per week, you guys, in the binary. So by going diamond on August the 8th, by qualifying diamond on August the 8th and going on this run, you raise the bar of belief in your organization. And by helping 2 to 3 people on your left team and 2 to 3 people on your right team duplicate what we're going to talk about today, you go president. Imagine being a president by the Las Vegas convention, being at $50,000 a month in income in the next 90 days. That's what going diamond in this next cycle can mean to your family. Yes, the $10,000 a month that a qualified diamond earns will probably change your life. But I promise you that helping 2 to 3 other people on your left team and 2 to 3 other people on your right team duplicate that between now and convention, that $50,000 a month that you will be earning as a president will absolutely take in your life to an entirely different level. So I just wanted to share this quick structure with you. So before we talk about the numbers, to understand what does this mean to you, by going diamond on the cycle of August the 8th, giving it everything you have with the strategy we're going to talk about today, giving it everything you have, going on a 90-day run, finishing out this 90-day run that you're already in, and duplicating diamonds in your organization and showing up at Las Vegas with a team of diamonds, showing up as a president in Las Vegas, being on that stage with our CEO, Fabio Galdi, being able to create a story for your team to follow. This is going to be a life-changing cycle for you, because the long-term effect of this cycle, it's more than just hitting diamond. It's raising the bar of belief and raising the standard of possibilities in your organization. And I believe what's going to happen in the cycle of August the 8th is this team, the folks that have been plugging into Jeff and Lisa's leadership, to these daily Go Diamond calls. Many of you have went to the Disrupt event. You're going to the Las Vegas event. It's your time. It's your time to break through. It's your time to go diamond. And the only thing that would ever keep you back from reaching your goals and dreams is your own belief and your own mindset. If you're willing to buy into this belief with me today, if you're willing to say, it is my time, it is my time, it's my time to break through, it's my time to take my business to the next level. For those folks that are on the webinar right now that have qualified diamond, maybe you're currently qualified or you've qualified in the past, then it's your time to go double diamond. It's your time to go grand diamond. And it's your time to seize this moment, August 8th, moving forward in that cycle, and make this the biggest week you've ever had in this business. And I believe all the stars are aligned coming out of the event, coming up on the end of the summer into the fall. This is the time now where people are now looking at, okay, let's get moving forward in life again. And this is a perfect moment for you to go into this fall season, raising the bar in your organization, having the biggest week you've ever had in this business, and setting yourself up to be a 6-figure and a multiple 6-figure income earner in this company. And all it's going to take, anybody on this webinar this morning can go diamond with what I'm going to share with you. Anybody on this webinar can go diamond on this upcoming cycle with what I'm going to share with you on today's webinar. So right now, I don't want you to ask yourself or fight the mental battle of, do you believe it's possible for you? We're going to talk about that on this webinar. But what I want to ask everyone to do right now is open up the chat box. And if you say, I'm ready to go all in, if you say, I'm all in, I just want you to type it, I'm all in. I'm all in. I believe it's possible. Some type of affirmation for you that says, I believe it's possible. I'm all in. And I'm going to take the rest of this training and talk to you about how to go diamond in the next cycle. So, man, I'm looking at the chats. I'm looking at everybody popping in here. Look at this. I'm all in, from all over the world, guys. I believe it's possible. Absolutely. Gordon Turner, it's your time, buddy. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Man, they're flying so fast, but I'm watching every name pop through. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. And listen, here's what I can tell you. That's all we can do. All you can do is all you can do. But all you can do is enough. If you're willing to go all in, if you're willing to give it everything you have, if you're willing to be coachable and teachable and apply what we're going to talk about today, August 8th is going to be a record run for you. The next 90 days are going to be life-changing for you. And this organization is going to break the next president millionaires in this company, Jeff and Lisa Giamolva. And it's going to be a win-win-win for everybody in this organization. Folks are still typing in that chat box. They're flying through right now. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I love it. I love it. Dan Mays, all in for president. Absolutely, brother. All in. All in. I love it, guys. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about what it takes to go diamond. Let me show you what I'm going to do is break down the numbers as it relates to the daily, as to the run rate. And then what I'm going to do from there is we're going to talk about the activity and the action strategies to get there. So what is diamond? 10,000 points on the left, 10,000 points on the right. So let's break down these numbers. Here's what it comes out to. It comes out to 18 family packs. That's an F. 18 family packs. 18 family packs on the left and 18 family packs on the right. 18 family packs on the left and 18 family packs on the right in one cycle, and you are a diamond. Family pack with the loyalty membership. 550 points times those 18 family packs will create the 10,000 points that you're looking for. So let's break those numbers down. 18 family packs on the left, 18 family packs on the right equals 10,000 points. So let's divide that by 7 days. There's 7 days in a week. 18 family packs divided by 7. It's going to be it comes out to 2.6. So what we're going to say is a daily run rate average of 2 to 3 family packs, 2 to 3 family packs on a daily basis. 2 to 3 family packs on the left and 2 to 3 family packs on the right on a daily basis equals diamond. That's the run rate. 2 to 3 left, 2 to 3 right on a daily basis in your organization. These aren't personals. These are within your organization. So that's the number. So if you say I'm going diamond, then here's the number on a daily basis. You want to look at collecting 2 to 3 apps on the left, 2 to 3 apps on the right. In other words, having 2 to 3 people enroll on the left, 2 to 3 people enroll on the right on a daily basis in your organization. Now, guys, in order for that to happen, what has to take place? In order for that to happen, in order for that run rate to take place, what has to happen? I'm going to turn off my screen share for a moment so we can talk face to face. So in order for that to happen, there needs to be opportunities on a daily basis that you are providing your organization, that you are providing prospects, and your organization is giving daily opportunities to bring and invite people to a presentation and collect that decision. It means that on a daily basis, there needs to be people on live webinars. On a daily basis, there needs to be people watching the recorded webinars. On a daily basis, there needs to be people on three-way calls. On a daily basis, this method of operation needs to be taking place. So on your run to diamond, this cannot happen alone. This cannot be a solo act. This cannot be something that you yourself accomplish. This has got to be a unified team effort. So let's talk a little bit about a call to action plan. I'm going to pull my screen share back up as we write this out, and I hope everyone will write this out. And we're recording this, so we're going to want to get this recording out to your team, especially for the parts that we're about to talk about right now. So I'm going to type on this part instead of draw. So what needs to happen? Well, number one, you need to rally the troops. Number one, you need to rally the troops. Find out who is in. What that means is today and tomorrow, your part of your assignment, if you're going diamond, is you got to find out who's in. You got to make that phone call throughout your organization, not just front line, but down in depth. You need to let them know the momentum that's happening in our company right now. You need to let them know that this coming week, you and the team of leaders you're working with are making the biggest run that you've ever made in this business. And you call them to find out if they would like to make some money with you this week. If so, how much, and see if they're in the game. So if I'm calling John, if I'm calling Mary, I'm reaching out, I'm saying, hey, Mary, Jeremy here, excited. We just got off of a training webinar this morning with our upline president millionaire, Jeremy Roma. Our upline leaders, Jeff and Lisa, are making a massive run this next cycle. And we made a decision, myself, if your spouse, we made a decision that this next week we are going diamond. Now, Mary, I'm not calling you to ask you to be a part of my diamond run. I'm calling you to see if you would like to set a goal and make some money with us this coming week. If so, Mary, I'm going to be working more than I've ever worked in this business, and I would love to partner up with you and help you reach those goals. And you're going to have a conversation with Mary. You're going to have a connection with Mary. Mary says, man, that sounds amazing. Or, I would love that. And you may ask a question like, Mary, how much would you like to make in this next cycle? What would make a difference in your life right now next week? Mary says, well, I'd love to make an extra $500. That would be amazing. And you say, Mary, what would an extra $500 a week do for you and your family? What would that do for you right now? What difference would it make? And Mary says, oh my gosh, it would allow me to pay off my debt between now and the end of the year. And Mary tells you what's important to her and what's going on in her life, and you connect with Mary. You find out what Mary's why is. Now, this is important. Now, again, guys, understand, part of leadership, part of going diamond, president, and president millionaire, it's more than just activity. It's about connection. This is vitally, vitally, vitally important. In today's world, we have an enormous amount of communication, but very little connection. In today's world of social media, we can put one post out, we can click buttons and send text messages out. We can, communication is at an all-time high in the world today, but connection is quite possibly at an all-time low. And so my challenge to each of you today is to connect to some people in your organization, maybe even further than you've connected with them before. Find out what their why is. Find out why they joined World Global Network to begin with. Find out what goal they might have for this next cycle that you could help them reach, and find out what that goal, what difference that goal will make in their life. Because here's the reality. If you just call people up and say, hey, I just want to let you know that, we're going on a run next week, and, we've got a game plan, and I just wanted to make sure you knew about it. That's not going to get you very far with most people. That's not leadership. That's really, a personal assistant could do that. A secretary could do that. An email could do that. That's just called an announcement. Our job as leaders is not to announce. Our job as leaders is to influence. John Maxwell uses that word influence as the number one definition for leadership. Leadership equals influence. So our job this week on a diamond run, if you're going diamond and above this week, part of your job is to influence some people to take their business and take their life to the next level. ask them to join with you, to partner with you in this historic moment within your organization. It's powerful because it gives us all a sense of connection, a sense of purpose. They're a part of something bigger, and they feel the support from you as an upline leader. So take some time to find out what's important to them. Find out what they're looking for this week. So rally the troops, find out who's all in. Number two, second thing we're going to do is you're going to invite them to participate in a text message blitz. And I won't just say text messages. Let me say it this way. Organize a 2-minute video blitz, because it's not always a text message. You know, some of my greatest recruiting moments have been through phone calls. I've got some folks right now that I'm bringing in and launching, about 5 different individuals right now that I'm bringing in and launching right now that I've connected with through Facebook, through social media. And so there's different ways to communicate with people. You know, each person knows their market, their method of communication, but what you're going to do is you're going to organize a 2-minute video blitz within your organization. So here's what I've learned is you don't want to pick the number for them, because your number may not be their number. Your number may be too much for them. It may be too low for them. So after you connect with this person and you say, listen, we're going on a run. I want to see if you want to be a part of this with us. Find out their why. Second thing you're going to do is very, very simple. You're going to say, okay, you can tell them this. You literally tell them this. I got a pen and paper out. I'm writing down the names of all the people on the team who are going to participate with us. John, here's what I want to know. How many people are you willing to reach out to between now and Tuesday when we go on this launch and share the 2-minute video with? Get that number from them. How many people are you willing to reach out to? Get that number from them. And write that number down. Organize a video blitz. Get their number. Now, this is a tracking mechanism for you because, you know, if John says, well, I'll reach out to 10 and Mary says, I'll reach out to 100, this is going to do 2 things for you. 2 things for you. Number one, it's going to let you know your numbers. So you know, okay, just based on these phone calls over the next 48 hours, I've got 10 people on my team that all committed to XYZ amount of invites. Add those numbers up. You say that means that 300 people, if that's what the number adds up to, 300 people are going to watch the video in the next 48 hours. Let you know their numbers. Now, here's what I've learned. It lets you know your numbers, but cut in half. Cut in half. So if you come up with a tally, let's say you talk to 20 people in your organization, they go, man, I would love to make an extra $200 next week, $500, $1,000. Yes, let's do this. And they say, my number's 20. I'm going to invite 20 people. And you add all those numbers up and it comes up to 500, let's say. When you're planning your numbers, you're planning your launch, you want to cut that number in half. So if the total comes out to 500, they say 500 people is what they're going to invite total in your group. Plan on 250. Cut the numbers in half because people oftentimes will overpromise and underdeliver. It's human nature. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to bank your diamond run. You don't want to bank your diamond run on an inflated number. You want to be conservative so that you overshoot it, not undershoot it. By the way, let me put this in here. When you're organizing a 2-minute video blitz and you're getting their number of invites, so you're saying how many people will you invite to watch the video, before you ask for their number, watch this. First, tell them yours. Never ask anybody to do something that you're not already doing. and let them follow your lead versus driving them from behind. Lead them from the front. Tell them your numbers, and you can say to them that I am committed. So you ask a question, say, before you answer me, I want you to know my number. I am committed to reaching out to 100 people. Now, Mary, I don't expect you to do that. I'm on a diamond run. I'm going all in. I've never invited 100 people in 3 days, but I'm going to invite 100 people in the next 3 days. And you want it to be a stretch number, a bigger number than you know what they would probably commit to, because you want to push the limits and then let them find what's right for them. So you let them know your number. Get their number of invites. First, tell them yours. And yours needs to be a real number, not hype. Don't make it up. You got to commit to it, because that's where the energy comes from. When you've made a decision, I'm going to talk to 200 people. I'm going to talk to 100 people. When you made that decision to do the thing, I love what Emerson says, do the thing and you have the power. Do not the thing and you have not the power. If you want to have power to lead your organization, make a decision today that between now and the launch of this next cycle on Tuesday, you're going to invite, contact, and reach out to more people than you ever have before. Minimum of 100. For some of you, it might be 500. You know what you're capable of, and you know what you're willing to commit to. So, so let them know the numbers. Hang on here. All right, let them know your numbers. Why is this not working here? All right, there we go. The second thing it does is not only does it let you know the numbers, so you say, okay, there's a total of 250 people that are going to be invited to this webinar or whatever. But the second thing it does is it allows you to now hold them accountable. Now, when I say hold them accountable, understand what I don't mean is being their boss, calling up, going, hey, I'm just making sure you got your blitzes done. What I mean by holding them accountable is really engaging with them. Make it fun. Hey, just seeing how your invites are going. I just sent out 15 text messages and you're leading from the front. Just want to see how you're doing. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, right? So it allows you to partner with them and to have some communication with them around this exposure goal that they have. So number one, rally the troops, find out who's in, connect with them. Number two, organize a 2-minute video blitz, get their number of invites. Now, before I go any further on step number 3, let me show you what's going to need to happen. If you're going to have 36 family packs, 18 on the left and 18 on the right, then here's the numbers. Here's the conservative numbers. Now, I always lean towards conservative. That's the reason whenever we run for goals and we have launches like this, oftentimes the numbers come in much, much, much higher than even the goal because of this mindset. You don't want to be chasing this goal. You want this goal to be chasing you. You don't want to be chasing your numbers out of desperation. You want to create so much action on the front end, that you're ahead of the numbers. The numbers are chasing you. 36 family packs. So here's the conservative numbers. 1 out of 10. Now, it's more like 5 out of 10 that will join eventually. But if you want to go ultra conservative and say, we're going to collect a decision from Tuesday to Tuesday, all the people that we show the video to between now and this coming Tuesday, the next 5 days, the following 7 days, now we're going to focus on collecting decisions, taking them through the process. We want to collect 36 yeses for family packs, 1 out of 10. That means that you need to have a minimum of 360 people. 360 people watch the 2-minute video, follow up, invite them to a webinar, and start going through that process. So 360 people need to be invited to the 2-minute video. And then from there, the numbers will start to fill out. Hey, half of the folks that watch the video won't be interested in more information. Half the folks that are interested in more information will get on a webinar, and some of them will join. So the numbers will work in your favor. 360 people watching the 2-minute video between now and Tuesday. That's going to set you up for Diamond in the next week. So you can break this down any way you want, but oh, we got a little bit of background noise there. Somebody just unmuted there, I think. Let me mute all one more time. All right. It looks like it's someone named Trinamon. I'm not able to mute it for some reason. So if Trinamon, if you hear if you wouldn't mind clicking mute, or Dan Mays, you're the moderator. Okay, there we go. We got it. Thank you, guys. So 36 family packs, 1 out of 10, 360 exposures between now and Tuesday. So there's different ways you could do that, right? That could be 36 people simply inviting 10 people, right? That's one option. That could be 10 people all doing 36 invites, right? You see the numbers. But what you want to do is you want to organize your group, find out how many. Now, guys, my recommendation is always overshoot. Now, remember, I said divide it by 2. So if you want 360 people to watch the video, when you call through your organization in the next 48 hours and you collect numbers from your organizations, what you're really looking for is 720. Because remember, I said we're going to divide that number in half. What you're really looking for is 720. This is the number. 720 people commitments. 720 people. So what I mean by that, let me explain what I mean. Oh, why is it? Here we go. You're going to collect numbers. You're going to collect the numbers from your team. Collect the exposure goals. Call up your organization, connect with them, see who's in, and let them know how many exposures you're going to do in the next 4 days, and find out how many they're willing to commit to as well. So you're going to collect the exposure goals of your team. You want that total to be 720. Why? Because we're going to divide 720 by 2, because we know that oftentimes people will say, I'm going to invite 50 people, and they end up doing 25. We know human nature. So we're going to divide that by 2. That's going to give you 300 actual exposures within your organization. 360 actual exposures in your organization. Now, I'm going to repeat this. I believe you as a leader need to do a minimum of 100 actual invites. Phone calls, text messages, Facebook messages, connect with people, invite them, get a yes from them. They go, yeah, I'll check it out. 100 people that say, I'm going to watch the 2-minute video. As a leader, I think you need to set the standard of at least minimum of 100 invites over the next 4 days. Some of you can do 200. Some of you can do more than that because you have the network to do it. 100 minimum personally. Now, how many of y'all agree that right now your belief level's going up a little bit? Because you're saying right now, a moment ago, I couldn't even comprehend how I could get 36 family packs in 7 days. Now I'm simply breaking down some numbers showing you how to get 360 people to watch the 2-minute video. And if 1 out of 10 come in and get started at a family pack, 1 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, you are a diamond. If 1 out of 10. Now, this is layer number 1. This is layer number 1 of saying, I'm going to set myself up for diamond. But I'm going to show you because I believe in building multiple layers in this business. So this is layer number one. What I mean by that is this is one part of what will drive your numbers towards diamond. But what I'm going to show you right now is what I like to call the insurance policy. What this means here is that you can go diamond based upon people doing exposures in the next 4 days, following up, inviting them to webinars, and then letting the numbers play out, letting the numbers work out. This is the first step to guarantee your way towards diamond in the next cycle run. But let me show you, let me take this to a whole nother level. Because really what you need to go diamond, take a look at this. Really what you need to go diamond, I'm gonna build your belief even more. Really what you need is 6 people, 6 to join next week, 6 people to join next week, and those 6 people all become team builders. That's 12 more people that join. 6 plus 12 gives you 18 and you're diamond. So what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to create your recruiting momentum in the next 4 days by leading your team on an exposure blitz. What we're going to do from that exposure blitz is we're going to get those people onto a webinar, follow up, get them on a webinar, and you're going to start collecting decisions. But what you're looking for, now think about this a second. We just showed you a pathway to get 36 people, 18 on the left and 18 on the right in your business just from this exposure blitz. But watch this. What if you only got 6 who were serious? You locked arms with those 6, and all you did is set a goal to help those 6 people enroll their first 2. Now you just went diamond again. Now, here's what I want some of you to understand. If you do both, if you do part A and you get 36 people to enroll in the family packs by going on a massive exposure blitz between now and Tuesday. Tuesday, we pack out a launch webinar, we'll talk about in a moment. We pack out a webinar Tuesday night, and from that webinar, you get 18 people on the left and 18 people on the right who enrolled the family pack. And then you take 6 of those 18 and help them enroll too. Now you just set yourself up for double diamond in the next cycle. So it's an insurance policy for diamond. This strategy of taking 6 people on the left, 6 people on the right, and helping them get 2, that's your insurance policy for diamond. But what it also is the potential opportunity to double up. So now you've got the potential to not just create diamond volume on strategy number 1, which is massive exposures over the next 4 days, get them to a webinar, follow up, and out of that blitz, enroll 18 on the left and 18 on the right. That's strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is from that blitz, find 6 people that have the ability to get 2. Now you just went diamond again. You recreated that diamond volume. Now, if you say, well, these 6 were already in, they counted in the first strategy, then in that case, if you really want to go double diamond, then instead of 2, because 2 would get you to diamond, instead of 2, you do 3. Because if 6 people enrolled 3, you would have 18 new family packs, and that would give you an entirely new 10,000 points, 10,000 points from the recruiting blitz, another 10,000 points by helping a few people enroll 2 or 3 people next week. Now you just created double diamond volume. Now, instead of going diamond, you're double diamond. Instead of a $2,000 to $3,000 week, now it's a $4,000 to $5,000 week in the compensation plan. The cycle of August the 8th. So understand that the power of this is simply, hedging your bet, whatever you want to call it. What I believe it is creating a pre-launch and then moving into a real launch strategy. Think about it. What if you found 6 people that all said, I will host a private launch webinar. And those 6 people do a webinar, you do a presentation, maybe they only have 5 people on the webinar. But out of the 5, 2 of them enroll. Well, in one webinar, you just help that person enroll 2 people. And obviously the list goes on and on of the endless possibilities there. So let me delete this one more time. And let's just be real crystal clear on what we're talking, what we went through today. Number 1, identify your leaders that are in. Number 2, 2-minute video blitz. Number 3, here's what we're going to do for step number 3. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, www.helozoom.us. I'm going to be doing a massive webinar Tuesday night. We're going to hit a home run with the new slideshows. We're going to play the new 5-minute video. It's going to be an epic webinar. It'll be the biggest webinar we've had as a team, and we're going to blow the roof off of it. So for the next 4 days, let me just be specific here, 2-minute video blitz between now and Tuesday. And then the follow-up is Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific at helozoom.us. Now we're going to launch the cycle with a massive webinar. Now, from there, there's going to be enormous opportunities. Jeff is going to be doing a ton of live calls. Some of you may want to launch or relaunch your business. And that's something that you're going to want to reach out to Jeff on. It's the last thing I'm going to talk about. And then I'm going to tell you about one more thing that I'm going to do for you guys to help you with this strategy. In fact, let me talk about that first. So this step number 1 right here, identifying your leaders that are in. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to record. Most of the people in your organization that are in the business have been exposed. They know who I am. They've seen me on a webinar, on the Helo.life funnel, or a training, or on Facebook or something. So they know who I am. There's some credibility there. What I'm going to do is when we finish this webinar today, immediately I'm going to record a very short 60-second to 2-minute video for your team. And basically what it's going to say, it's going to be an invite that says on August the 8th, we are going on an organized launch as a team to create a record number of rank advancements. Jeff and Lisa Giamova are running for President Millionaire. Other leaders are running for Diamond. Other leaders are running for President. And we have folks on the team that they're running to become team builders. They're running to become team developers. We're going to use August 8th as a launch pad to be the biggest week that we've ever had and help each of you have the biggest week you've had so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the vision with them, and I'm going to let them know that the person your leader who shared this video, 2-minute video with you, is shared it with you because they want to know if you're willing to be a part of this with us. And so what I'm going to do is basically share the vision with them of this launch, and I'm going to give them the opportunity to say yes to you, that they want to be a part of this run. So if you have any hesitation at all about step number 1, how do I connect with them? How do I share the vision about August 8th with them? I'm going to put a video out. We're going to put it on Helo.life, on Helo Life Facebook page, your team's Facebook page. And it's going to be a video that you can share with your team, letting them know about this run, and it'll simply help you get their buy-in. So step 1, I'm going to help you with that by uploading a video to the Facebook page when we're done with this webinar. So identify your leaders. we're going to go on a 4-day blitz between now and Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, we're going to do a live webinar. And I'm going to announce this in a short video to your team. And then you can take that video, tag your team in it on Facebook. They can watch the video, and it'll invite them to get back with you and let you know that they're all in. So I'm going to help you call your team into massive action so that they can be a part of this blitz with you. And it's going to be absolutely epic. We're going to make history together with this. So Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, helozoom.us. Now, here's the last thing that I'm going to share with you on this strategy, and I'm going to call this the third strategy, strategy number 3 on going diamond next week. Strategy number 1 is you and your team are going to go on a 4-day, 2-minute video blitz between now and Tuesday, and pack out the webinar Tuesday night. Strategy number 2 is you're going to identify 6 people that join your organization or that are in your organization and help them enroll their first 2 people, help them become team builders. Strategy number 3 is this. This does not apply to everybody. This is for some of you. Launch or relaunch your business. I was re-listening to Chris Oliver's training from Disrupt in Vegas just yesterday, and I've actually posted on my Facebook wall. But one of the things I love is Chris said, you know, you can restart your business anytime. He said, what if you've already been in for 3 months and you're not even a team builder yet? Been in for 3 months. Well, how can I create a launch story when I've already been in for 3 months? And he said, well, here's the reality. He said, you haven't been in the business for 3 months. He said, you've been in research mode for 3 months. Yeah, you filled out an application 3 months ago, but if you haven't launched your business yet, you haven't started your business yet. So he said, let's just consider the last 3 months from the day you signed the application and now as your research period. You're simply looking for, you are building your belief, getting ready to launch. He said, the moment you make a decision, that's when your business truly begins. So some of you are in the business, but you haven't yet launched your business. You're in the business, but you haven't yet launched your business. And I'm telling you, you can go diamond. You could be on this webinar right now and be a team builder or team developer. And from here, from where you are, you have the ability to go diamond. So I'm going to encourage you to do this. If you are willing to step up and say, I can get 10 to 20 people on a private launch webinar, I'm going to invite you to get with your upline leader. I'm telling you, Jeff and Lisa are going to be doing more launch webinars than they've ever done in any given cycle. And every upline diamond and above that's on this webinar right now is going all in as well on this run. There are plenty of leaders in your upline support team who are ready and willing to do a private launch webinar for you. What that means is you have 10 to 20 people who've watched the 2-minute video. They probably watched the 5 as well. And you follow up and you invite them to a private launch webinar that you are hosting. Now, if you got a couple folks in your group that want to partner up with you on that, maybe you say, hey, we want to do a webinar, and maybe there's 3 or 4 or 5 leaders in your group that are really locked in with you, then you can do a joint webinar where all 5 of you invite people, and it's a private launch webinar where one of your upline leaders does the presentation. You host the webinar, so it's your webinar. You're welcoming everybody. You're announcing and edifying the upline leader and inviting them to that webinar. And in one night, you get 10 to 20 people on a private launch webinar. You're going to see your business take off. Again, we go back to the strategy of from that launch webinar, you enroll a bunch of personals, and then you help those personals enroll their first 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people this week. you are going to crush Diamond and really possibly double Diamond as a result of it. Now, here's the key to your launch webinar. If you're ready to do a launch webinar, you want to do it fast. You don't want to do it in the middle or the end of the cycle. You want to do it either before this cycle begins, so Sunday or Monday, or Tuesday or Wednesday, no later than Wednesday for that launch webinar. So you want to, if you say, I know that I have the leadership and the influence to get 10 to 20 people. Heck, some of you might be able to get 50. Some of you are saying, I get 100. You want to schedule a launch webinar with your organization. So strategy 1, two-minute video blitz. Strategy 2. Now, these aren't separate strategies. This is not like, I want to be sure and clear. It's not like, oh, pick one of these. This is all you want. This is utilize at least number 1 and 2. And for those that qualify for a launch, obviously, then implement the strategy number 3 as well. Strategy 2 or action plan number 2 is help 6 people each leg. Go team builder. And strategy 3 is launch, private launch webinar. Private launch webinar. Strategy 3 is a private launch webinar. Now, hopefully everybody on this webinar has watched my getting started video at our team website, teamworldchangers.com, and you've watched the second video there where I talk about the launch strategy. But the final piece of this to seal it for you is after Tuesday. Look for people who've joined who are ready to launch. This is the final insurance policy. This is the push over the edge, and this is where the magic really starts to happen. Is now that you've got all these people who will be enrolling, you've got people who become team builders, people plugging into the webinars, gaining this momentum. What you're looking for in your group, and I go through this on the getting started video on teamworldchangers.com. Click on getting started section. The second video there, I train on this. But you're looking for people in your group who have the ability to launch. Even if you are not a private launch webinar qualifier, maybe you say, I don't have the influence to do that, or maybe or I've already launched my business, I've already done my launch webinar. But your goal, everybody's goal, is to be looking for people of influence who are joining your team who have the ability to launch with a private webinar. You get your upline involved, your upline diamonds or above. They will come in and do the presentation, but you want to go on a mission of attracting and finding people in your organization who can launch their business in that next cycle with a private launch webinar. So guys, I hope some of this information, I hope this gives you a clear strategy and game plan of what it's going to take for you to go diamond in this next cycle. 2-minute video blitz, get everybody in your group to go on this run with you, find out how many people they're willing to commit to inviting to watch the 2-minute video. Strategy 1 is you want to get 720 commitments. So through your organization, people say, let's say you had, in your organization, you had 10 people, as an example, that all said, I'll get 72 people to watch the video. Random number, but you understand the math. 10 people go, I'll get 72 to watch it. You just hit your numbers of 72 exposure. So you want to go through your group, add up, remember your numbers count. Your personal numbers count as well. So let's say you go through your group and everyone gives you their number. I'll invite 20, I'll invite 50, I'll invite 30. And at the end of your phone calls today and tomorrow, you've got 400. You're like, oh man, I needed 720. I'm at 400. Guess what? You want diamond? Then you got to make up the other 320. Then you got to go into beast mode in your exposure process and make up the other 320 invites. So at all costs, you want 720 commitments of people being invited to watch the 2-minute video. Why? Because out of that, half of them, 360, will actually do it. And from there, 1 out of 10 will join, and you will get your 18 on the left and 18 on the right. Strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is help 6 people on the left and 6 people on the right start out at the family pack and enroll 2 people at the family pack. Go Team Builder. That recreates diamond volume. Strategy number 2, diamond volume again. Strategy number 3, you do a private launch webinar. This is like putting your launch on steroids. You come in and say, I'm launching, I'm relaunching. I'm going to get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, whatever the number is, on a private webinar with my upline leader to do a presentation, and we're going to knock it out of the ballpark. And then strategy number 4 is find people in your organization who are also ready, able, and willing to do a private launch webinar. And that's going to explode your momentum to diamond. So guys, super, super excited to have been on here with you. And we did record this, and so we will get this information uploaded, and this is going to be a huge, huge, huge run. So this is, again, guys, that strategy was for diamond. So if that strategy, if you're going, man, that's aggressive, I don't know that I'm going all in at that level, then guess what? That's great. Maybe diamond's not your goal for this cycle. Let's go all in, whatever all in is for you. Some of you may go platinum. Some of you may go team developer in this next cycle, and that's your next push, and that's your next run. Everything counts. Everything counts. So I'm going to invite you to find your place in this strategy, find what's right for you. Love you guys. It's been a privilege to be on here with you. I'm going to upload that short video to your group, and we will also have this training available as well if there's anybody else in your organization that you may want to watch this. So we'll upload all of that. So guys, make it a great day, and we will talk to everybody soon.